All right, this is the last video, video 10 of our transformation chapter. We're going to end finally with our dilations. And what if we wanted to do some dilations without a graph? It's all right, Jackie Chan. It's cool. I'm gonna show you how to do it, bro. Okay? Oh, okay, that's good. Go do like a movie or something because you've made like 40,000 of them. Okay. So this is the one and only example we're going to look at. We're going to dilate segment BC with a center at point A. So this is where everything's growing and shrinking from, and a scale factor of 2.5. So we're going to make this segment 2.5 times larger than what it currently is, using A as our scale factor here. Okay? So here's how we're going to approach this. First, you're going to need to make some lines here. So I'm going to use, let's use blue. Okay, so you're going to use your straight edge, and let's start with B. Let's make B 2.5 times the distance that it currently is away from A. Okay, so we're just going to make this line, start from A, go through B, and just continue on. So somewhere down here is going to be B prime. We don't know where quite yet, but it's somewhere along here. Okay, so we need to do a scale factor of 2.5. Now, you don't write this part down right here, but think of this. This is the original size. This is the times 1 factor. Okay, we need 2.5 of these to go along here. Well, it's going to be pretty easy to double that, right? Because we can just use our compass. So let's grab our compass here. And we can put pointy end, aka stabby end, on A, because that's the center. And we can set our compass to go to B. So now we've got that distance set, right? This is a 1 times scale factor. So if I wanted a 2 times scale factor, well, I would just repeat down here, put stabby end on B, and make a little line here. Okay, so here's the original 1 times factor. Here's another 1 times factor. So altogether, there's a 2 times factor there. So now this point, this B prime, don't mark this down, that B prime would have a scale factor of 2 away from A. Okay, B is 1 away, 1 times factor away from A. B prime is a 2 times factor. It's double what B is to A. But we need to go 2.5 times. Okay, how do we do a half with a compass? Can I just go like, boop, there's, I think, probably half. No, it doesn't work that way. We're going to have to legitimately do this. So I'm going to leave this point right here. I'm going to leave that there. That's letting me know I've got the 2 times taken care of, right? So from here to here, there's 2 times. I need to go back and figure out how to measure half of what I had before. Okay, again, this is the 1 times right here. How do I get a halfway? Well, we've done this before. It's just been a little while. If we wanted to figure out where the midpoint is of this, here's what we're going to have to do. So again, stabby end back on A, and we need to set our compass to be a little bit greater than what appears to be halfway. This looks like it's about halfway. Go a little bit beyond halfway. So let's say right here, okay? And we're going to make, well, really 2 arcs here. Kind of make like a little semicircle right here, okay? And now let's take our compass and put the stabby end on B, and we're going to do the same thing. We don't have to make the full circle here, but you get the idea. Now, where our 2 arcs met there, let me erase my little 2 times part over here. Oh, crud. I guess not quite erase it that much. Let me just get rid of some of it in here so we don't get confused about what's what. So our 2 arcs met here, and they met here. So if I were to now connect, let's use orange, go a little thicker. If I were to connect, not quite, let's try it again. There we go. If I were to connect those 2 points, this line right here is one of 2 things. It is perpendicular to AB, and it bisects AB. Okay? So this point, or not this point, but this distance right here is the same distance as this. We have successfully cut AB in half. Okay? Now here's where we're going to get that half factor. So let's do this. Let's put stabby end back on A, and let's set now our compass to that halfway point right there. So now that's half the distance from A to B. So now we take our compass, we come back down here where we left off at our 2 times factor. So stabby end on that little point right there. And then let's make a little sweep. So this point right there, there's, here was our original 2 times to here, and now we've added on another half time amount. So altogether, 2.5 makes 2.5 or 2.5. So this point right here is B prime. So we don't need that. That was our 2 times, so we're done with that. We can erase all of our other stuff we got going on here. We can get rid of this guy. We don't need you anymore. And we now don't need this line anymore. So there's B prime. Okay, so again, what does the 2.5 scale factor mean? It means that A to B prime is 2.5 times as long as from A to B. Okay, again, think of this as a one-time effect. From here to here is 2.5 times that distance. So let's get rid of all that. Okay, now we can work on dilating point C. So again, we'll start out with the same type of idea here. We're going to make a ray, if you will, from A, make it touch C, but go beyond. So this distance from A to C, this is what we're considering our kind of one-time factor here. We need to take this distance, and we need 2.5 of these to go along this line. So we've got one taken care of. Again, we can figure out a second one. We can set the distance from A to C. Okay, so I got that distance. So now we're just going to repeat. Put stabby end on C. So there's 2 times the length, right? There's another 1 time. So altogether from A to there, there's 2 times. We need that extra 0.5. So we're going to do the same thing that we did earlier. Don't need all this anymore. But I need to keep that point. Don't erase that. That's our kind of save point, if you will. We're 2 parts of the way through the problem. We need another 0.5 worth. So this is where we go back, put stabby end on A, and we need to set our compass to be a little bit more than halfway. So maybe right in this ballpark. And then we're going to make, I'll start up here since my compass is a little silly, make really a great big arc, almost a semicircle there. Come put stabby end on C, and again we're going to make another semicircle. And now we're almost done with the compass. Now you need to use your straight edge, and let's use pink here. So straight edge from those 2 points of intersection from here to here, again, accomplishes 2 things. It's going to be perpendicular to AC, and it also bisects AC. So this distance from here to here is the same distance from there to there. We've successfully cut it in half. So now let's take our compass one last time. Stabby end on A. Let's set our compass to be at that halfway point right there. So there's a half distance. We come back to our save point. And now we need to mark a half distance. So this point right here, there is C prime. And so now we can erase all of our other stuff. We don't need this anymore. We don't need that arc anymore. We can get rid of this ray, and we can get rid of our perpendicular bisector, and we are pretty much good. We can throw away our compass now, and we can connect together B prime, C prime, and you'll notice B prime, C prime should be parallel to BC, but it also should be 2.5 times the distance. So if I kind of wanted to cheat just to kind of double check, see how we did, I could break out my ruler. Shh, don't is what I could do. Let's see. How many millimeters is BC to start out with here? Let's get that right on 0. So it's, what, like 92? So if I took 92 times 2.5, I should be at 230. Okay, so if BC is 92 millimeters times a scale factor of 2.5, B prime C prime should be 230 millimeters. Again, that's a secret. We're not really going to do this in class, but this is just a way for me to double check real quick. Man, I need a longer ruler. Oh, hey, look, thanks, ruler. And let's rotate it. Come on, rotate for me. There we go. Let's get. I'm pretty close, right? There's 0, there's 230. It's just about spot on if I use my ends of my endpoints there. It's right at 230. So I feel pretty confident that I correctly dilated that 2.5 times what it's worth. Okay, so you guys will get some more practice with these during class. Again, just refer back to this video if you still didn't get it. Watch it a second time. If you need to, watch it a third time. And we'll definitely do some more practice problems like this in class. So that is all for the last video, and we'll see you guys later.